think we can start now.
Lovely. Then I would leave it to you because you wanted to do the introductions.
So welcome everyone to our workshop, Memes for Hope and Community. I hope you have been enjoying BDAF so far, and I'm glad you're still standing at this point in the forum. My name is Rama. I'm the Technology Officer of Hamla, the Arab Center for the Advancement of Social Media. We are a Palestinian digital human rights organization where we work on content moderation, algorithmic bias, platform accountability, and documenting the suppression of Palestinian voices online. This workshop is a bit of a gear shift of what you've probably been in today. It's hands on, it's playful, and it's going to ask you to create things. But don't let that fool you. Memes are not mere funny decorations, they are one of the primary languages of the internet. They carry narratives, they spread faster than articles, they bypass algorithmic suppression in ways that formal content could never do. A meme travels in a group chat. It gets screenshotted and reshared across platforms. It makes someone feel something before they have even had the time to think. And that is exactly what makes them so powerful, and exactly what makes them also so dangerous. We have spent this forum talking about the battle over the Palestinian digital narrative. Memes are already a part of that battle. They have been used to build solidarity, to document reality, to keep stories alive when accounts get suspended and posts get taken down. They have also been used to spread incitement, to ridicule violence that happens, and to manufacture a version of events that never really happened. For communities whose narratives are constantly being contested, understanding how memes work, how they are made, how they move, and how they do, like what they do to us emotionally, is a crucial and strategic skill. So, this workshop is practical. You will leave knowing how to make a meme. More importantly, you will leave with a sharper eye for what memes could actually do to you and the people you are trying to reach. Now, to lead us through this, I want to introduce Nina Hoff. Nina has been chronically online since 2014, and that is a credential. She has a deep understanding of how platforms work and how memes function as carriers of both information and emotion. Her particular interest is mis and disinformation campaigns that travel via memes, and the flip side of that, the community building power of the same format. In the 2020s, Nina founded a climate meme collective where she would be at a climate protest, phone in hand, making memes from inside the protest and posting them in real time while the protest was still happening. What she found was that those memes landed hard with people, not because millions of people saw them, but because the people who did really felt them. Quality of connection over the quantity of reach. Her mission is to spread meme literacy as a tool across more communities. Today, that includes ours. Nina, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thanks so much. That was a wonderful introduction, and I feel you already touched on so many important points of what makes memes very, very worthwhile to consider, especially in the Palestinian context, where it's so important to not stop talking about the diverse problems and also opportunities. So I consciously wanted to center communities of hope and community as a power, um, because memes often are associated very much with like doom scrolling and using it to attack others. But I wanted to, while teaching memes, center also their power of really of connecting us, because as you can see, not just on the first slide where I see already Dalal shared their favorite meme. Thank you for this. But also on the second slide, and this notion of memes continue stories. And this is where they connect us. I argue, in my experience using memes, that that memes are powerful because they invite us to think about what do we have from this little short snippets that are on the internet. How can we continue the story? because memes are all about recognizability. They are about teaching us that we know stuff that's already out there and that we want to continue these conversations. So I will now share my full screen, and Rama's gonna hopefully there. Please also, if you have questions, raise them in the chat, and Rama's gonna let me know. This is really about a continuous conversation. There is gonna be a last part that is a Q&A, but also really ask in between. So. One second, sorry. Wait, okay. My God, sometimes things don't want to work. Yeah, so the story element. I want to focus in this workshop really on the notion of hijacking existing storylines and continuing them. Because I argue that it's really easy to think about memes, and if you want to start making memes, to think about them as carrying a familiar element that you want to continue on. There is this notion that memes are like biological DNA. They want to always propagate. They want to find new niches where they can live and thrive and have people pick them up and share them. So for me as a meme maker, I always like to think about, okay, where is the point in this meme that other people will recognize? So this can be in a meme template, that can be in the song, that can be in the way it's phrased, in the kind of slang that you just know. Some people will pick up and know we share the same vibe, we share the same kind of internet lingo, the language. So it's really, I feel like to make a good meme is less about making them funny and making them about something that people recognize, because then it's easier for our brains to take it in. There's so much content out there, so much overload. So it's very important, if you want to get messages across as a memer, to cut out a lot of the work. And memes already bring in that it's very easy, like a funny song that people heard already 3 times while scrolling the last 20 minutes, that catches attention and eases people into engaging with the rest of the content, which can be sometimes very hard emotionally or inspiring. So yeah, and then also the familiar elements I think is also really cool, because then you just feel this moment of, oh, we're connected, we share something. There is already inherently this notion of community, because you know other people see and reflect with the same things. And then in the best cases, memes can also be invitations for us to pass it on, either because you want to give props to the creator, or you just want to see if other people also get it, or you want to share it with your in-groups. And all of this really hinges on the element of recognizability. And a really great way to engage with recognizability, and what I want to center in this workshop, is pop culture. This notion of mainstream culture, which, I mean, man, is mainstream these days, especially across cultures, across the globe. But depending on your audience, to know what pop culture we engage in, what stories are being told, what notions of heroes and villains and victories are out there. That's really cool if you can knowingly engage with that and hijack it. Yeah, so memes is about hijacking. It's about continuing the story if you're making memes. And yeah, in that sense, I now want to invite you to share in the chat, also speak and raise your hand and like take the stage to reflect on meme moments on social media that inspired and strengthened you. So I brought here 4 examples. In the middle one, we have 2 from pop culture, Andor from Star Wars and Superman the newest one, both really centering storylines that carry strong references to the Palestinian struggles. On the left side, we have an AI picture that traveled far and wide on the internet, and on the right side, we have from last year's Nepal protest, using also pop culture element, which was the Jolly Rogers from One Piece, which in Asia has become a symbol of revolution and of change. Please share, whatever way you feel comfortable, some moments on social media where you were like, okay, yeah, nice, I'm not alone. I know the story that is being told here and I want to continue it. Please take your time, sit with it for a moment. This will also be the basis to make some memes later on. So really, either way, think about something that resonated with you. Thanks, Sarah. That's so cool. Do you have some other examples, like a specific one that comes up with you, where language was like changed? Because memes is a lot about changing language. I agree. Right? Yeah, the Lego, such a symbol of like recognizability, where we have like positive emotions to playing human Lego, and then Iran, to using that to bring in own narratives. Like really distinct, where people have already preconceived notions, and how can you continue to twist them? Anyone else who wants to share something? I mean, typing always takes time. Yeah, I think I know which one you mean, which I think is also, I think I already want to say that, but like pop culture often, or like memes often take moments that we know as an image, like screenshots from movies, often are memes, but also so are sometimes random people. And that's often, I argued, because, I mean, there's often something funny about it and like weird and absurd, but also because they capture moments that we resonate and recognize anyway. Like Kombucha Girl, who goes like, and then she goes like, there's something then strong in their visuals that we as humans recognize also as very human in a very specific in a situation. So I think there really needs to be these clear things people can latch on to, like, oh yeah. Now I'm reading. Yeah, you don't always control what happens with stuff on the internet and when it's out there. Which can go in all kinds of directions. And I feel like there's often then the ping pong, like, where will the ball go next? So cool, everyone. Thanks for sharing. Please continue sharing. I'm going to continue with my presentation. Rama, you seemed like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, can I add something? I find it interesting that something like the image of All Eyes on Rafah could be considered a meme. In my head, what memes were are like screenshots that you can write things on, but not an image on its own. So if we can talk about that, about the lack of like there isn't a box where this is the only kind of things that we can call a meme or not. I find that as something new.
Nice, thank you. I would first also now take Jana, and then maybe if you also want to say something about this, or I'm just gonna react in a bunch of it. Yeah, please, Jana.
Hello, everybody. I am Jana, and I'm from Lebanon, and I want to say,
I don't know if you know, but you're muted.
Am I muted?
No, I can hear her.
Oh, really? I can't. it also shows for me that it's muted.
طب جنى, can you mute and unmute, please? تجربي.
I can't hear anything.
Is it okay now?
Or can someone just repeat it then for me? Rama, maybe?
I can hear you all. I don't know if is it my problem or is it a connection problem?
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear? Hi.
Hi.
Now I can hear you. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Please, go ahead.
I was saying, hello everybody, I am Jana and I'm from Lebanon. And I wanted to comment on the memes on the meme concept you were talking about. I believe that memes it's our generation's way of media sharing and stuff. And I think that Arabian people, like Lebanese people, Palestinians, all Arabian people use sense of humor to deliver many concepts and many things they believe in. We Arabian people always use laughter, a sense of humor to maybe get over stuff and to share the stuff they are feeling. So every meme that is in a context of ideas, ideologies we believe in as Arabs is a very inspiring meme for me, and it's a very powerful one too. So I think this is a really good thing we do, and I think it reached the world too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And yeah, memes really are, I feel like, also a great equalizer. Because sometimes they drag people down on your level when they feel too high and mighty, or we all step up on the same stage and we're like, yeah, we're strong together. Thank you for sharing, Dana. And I don't know if Rama, I don't see her video anymore, but I did want to react to the notion of is the all eyes on Rafa a meme. I saw it, I was first also confused. And I feel like it can go either way, but I did consciously want to include it because it's not funny. And it also was not necessarily something that like other memes got changed and twisted and took on different notions, like the meme with the girl in front of the fire that's been seen across many like instances on different messages. So I definitely agree. It doesn't necessarily isn't a meme, but in its spread, I do agree that I would say it spread like a meme. People took it and posted it. They screenshotted it, they saved it, and they reposted it or they retweeted it or something. So it spread like a meme, which I think is also something important to consider. And that in its message, that it carried a visual message and a text combination together created something that resonated with people, which I think is always important if you want to improve your own meme making, to think about why does something spread. And now I do want to move us into making memes ourselves, taking with us, even though it is AI. Yeah. Also, you can make memes yourself with AI on the same website I now I'm going to share, which you can, I feel like with AI, you can make great memes also if you want to become like a meme farm yourself and you just want to get the engagement farming with AI. I think in this context is really, why not? So please go on imgflip.com. I'm also going to share the link here, and I'm going to share my screen to show you how you can make memes on, which is my personal favorite website to make memes. And think about moments that resonated with you, what you shared, what other people shared with it, and make memes. I'm now going to show you also step by step with here on the screen. Okay. So it also works wonderfully on the phone. On the phone, it's going to look different. So you have here lots of templates. If you go on all, you see a lot of templates. I'm going to show you that first. So you have here a lot of memes. They're the top 30 of the last days, like the last 30 days. Here you have new memes. Yeah. And then you can go, I don't know, on any kind of meme. And then you can click on caption this meme. And then you have here text where you can type in stuff like oil prices, I don't know, war in Iran, who would do this to me? And then you can click on them, you can move that stuff. You can change here, font, everything. Like you have a lot of freedom to do stuff with here. You can even here, quick and dirty, change some stuff around. And then, you can also have here more options. You can upload your own templates if you want to. And very important, I always get asked this in my workshops, how do I save it? I always save it by left clicking and then saving or copying, or on the phone by pressing down until it shows up that you can save it into your own folders. Yeah. So now I wanted to give you 10 minutes to try this on your own, to experiment, have a bit of fun. I'm here to answer questions on the process. It's basically about finding templates that you like, that you resonate with. You can even go here in the search function and find cat ones or car ones, I guess. Sorry, I mistyped. And then you can always caption meme, put in what you want to put in, generate meme, save it. And I will share also a place to share it, so everyone can see the ones you want to share with others. And we have a question when you would use GIF versus meme template. I feel like GIFs is mainly for, I feel like it's hard to share GIFs on all kinds of platforms. For example, Instagram and so on is not very GIF friendly. And I feel like often GIFs are about reactions. You can in TikTok use GIFs to answer stuff, I think, or definitely in group chats and so on. You can also make that's a really nice sharing also, Maria. You can also make GIFs on imgflip. It's very good. And you can also save them as videos if you want to. And please make memes for the next now I think let's say until .35. So 6 more minutes. Honestly, sometimes because it's hard to keep the mind apart and not cringe, to be honest. Sometimes you gotta embrace the cringe. And sometimes it just helps to share the memes with others and get feedback. Sometimes, and then edit the meme again. Or sometimes you need to sit longer with the meme. But sometimes the best memes are made in under 30 seconds. And you just gotta save and move on to the next one. And just, move on and make and make. Yeah, Sarah. So I'm coming from the meme climate activism sphere. I used to make memes with a meme collective. I used memes to promote actions. I memed inside actions, which I think live meming is very, very powerful. If there's like a specific setting where you know people are interested to learn about what's going on because they're sad they can't be there, or maybe they're also glad they can't be there, but they still want to know what's going on the ground. Memeing in the moment is also a great way to live report, and it works sometimes even better than a live stream or something, because you click into live stream, you don't really know what's going on, you get bored easily. But live reporting with memes is so powerful. Highly recommend it. Yeah, so I engaged a lot with this, and then I moved on to sharing my meme knowledge versus via workshops and so on. And yeah, and across movements, I hope to just share this, because I feel like in general in the progressive space, there's a lot of meme makers, but not so many people, I feel like, always that try to bring more people into it. And before I answer to Laura, here's now a link where you can share your memes with other people. I hope that works for everyone. You shouldn't have to sign up or anything. And yeah, then we please also look at other people's memes, check in with how it resonates with you. Because Carol has a direct, I memed protests. That worked really well for me. I memed with other people also protests. So we blocked streets, for example, but I think you can also do it at like classic protests. So that's more of a global north kind of thing, or depending on the context, also in the global south, where people march. And I think it's really about capturing these moments when people are being people. And people are happy that they're being people, and funny stuff happens, or there's sometimes like a bit of like clashes with people you don't agree with or something. And if you can capture those moments, and I think that applies to a lot of situations, anything where people are being people and you feel the inspiration coming up to make something with it, or even make notes to meme it later. Again, it's about stories, about momentary stories. What do you mean, Sarah, with material? Can you expand on this? Or like on my theory, or my memes. I don't share so much memes anymore. I share sometimes on LinkedIn my meme theories, which I can share later. I also once, I can share this also later, gave a 30-minute talk on my meme journey. And this also is a fun infotainment kind of thing about how to meme in the moment, about the moment, and so on. I will share this. And I hope everyone also still has fun memeing. Can also, where's the thingy with the, before I go back to album. Oh yeah, we have our first memes. Yay! We have 2 memes now. Please continue if you feel comfy to share memes there. And I'm gonna ask the last question with the irony, and then we hopefully can because of the irony and power of sarcasm, I feel like it's also really a generational thing. Like Gen Z and so on, Gen Alpha, I feel like, because sarcasm in the classic sense was also, I feel like, very much the millennial thing. And then you always gotta up the ante if you're the next generation, and you gotta be more post like, even moving post sense, like 6-7. There is no meaning to 6-7. It's just funny. And I think there already is a sense of sarcasm in 6-7, because you're making fun of the notion of everything has to be serious and has to make sense. I think sarcasm and irony are never going out of style. And I think in some sense they're also always clickable, because the algorithms often prioritize stuff that's kind of more leaning towards negative, intense emotions, because people react to this. But also really community building wise, building's powerful, but smaller communities is very worthwhile to engage with, like, positive emotions, and be like, yeah, we're strong because we share the same senses and notions. I hope that answers some questions. And let's go with the community building part, in the sense of, please, everyone, here you can also see the memes. There's 3 now. Thank you, everyone who's sharing. To look at them. And I want to ask you to ask yourself what resonates with this, with you. If you have some more memes that you also want to share. And take the second. I think, one definitely also asked us to sit longer with it, the death penalty one. Which I do want to then address this meme. It's like, it brings the humor into it, right? With this funny, weird-ass picture with this guy just sitting there, which I think can be something great for community building, because it expands on this notion of taking a very hard, fucked up topic, but making it kind of easier to digest for our brains. What I say, right? There is a notion of, oh, the funny image, I know this image, or at least I can place it. I don't know if everyone knows this is from Willy Wonka. But the colors, the scheme, the white guy, there's something recognizable about it that invites us to lean in and then take the time to digest the rest of the text. And with communities, I feel like there's often this notion of, you got to get people to want to lean in and then engage with the message, and then that message got to resonate. And if people resonate with the message because they kind of know what happened, what this meme addressed, it's condensed, then you can have people be like, oh yeah, I'm part of this. I understand this, so I'm part of this. And maybe then, depending on what platform you are, people take it and move it on to other places, like copy paste it, retweet it, whatever. And containing contradictions and so on. Cool. I'm also, in this sense and in other senses, I'm gonna go hop now back to the presentation, which will have more information, which hopefully answers more of your questions and gives you more inspiration. So here also, I think it's always worthwhile, consider the audience. Is it in-group or is it out-group? So a quick look at this. This is what I've now developed to think strategically about memes, which is here, I think, very important, circles of impact. You can make memes for yourself. Making memes can be very healing. It can get out your rage. It's like a form of art, but it's very fast. It's, I think, one of the fastest ways to make art. So you can channel your emotions, get them out of your head and your heart somewhere else. Then you can share them with your community. So already places where you cluster, online, offline. Well, of course, online is always easiest with a meme, and be like, hey, group chat, or on an Instagram account, or like on a subreddit or something. And then sometimes memes are also really great to outreach. So here, for example, I have saying like a sweet spot. Also, please feel free to screenshot this. That sometimes memes that address in their message and in-group that is about something that you normally don't necessarily get. So in the climate movement, we work a lot, for example, with chaining ourselves to each other, also using metal stuff, where we have like chains, really like legit getting chained to other people. And we made memes that kind of play with this, that this is cool, that this is empowering. And why are you doing this? You are doing this to buy time, to get more on the nerve of the police, or buy more time to shut this oil plant down longer. So if you make a meme that's an in-group meme, but other people want to share it, for example, in the Instagram story, because they're like, yeah, I did that yesterday, wink, wink, then you also have a great outreach potential, because people on the outreach, on the outside, might want to be in the known. They're like, wait, this meme made this look cool, and I'm not in the action. I wasn't at the protest. I wasn't at the pro-Palestine protest, but the meme makes it look really cool. There were really nice snacks, and I didn't get any snacks, but they memed the snacks. So I think there's really a potential also to move people into communities if you make memes about the community and how nice it is and how cool it is and how fun it is. Then you can make, of course, memes to meme knowledge, which I think for all kinds of circles of impact are interesting. And then for emotions, I think here really is for the personal, is for the community, is the sense of like, yeah, we're feeling this right now. We are feeling this. And because we are feeling this and we're resonating with this, I see the likes, I see the comments, or I just know that this like is a powerful meme. Sometimes you just know and feel it, right? I think that's really, really cool to bring communities closer. What did I have here? Yeah, very important. Yay, where to share memes. Making memes is the step one, but where to share memes. These are my ideas and recommendations. Please in the chat share. If you have other ideas, if you already have experience with sharing memes somewhere on these platforms, I would also love to hear about this, and the others probably too. So of course, Upscrolled, which right now is having their presentation here. I was told all the presentations and workshops are going to be audio recorded. So if you want to see afterwards how Upscrolled is presenting themselves at this conference, you can do so. And for those who don't know, Upscrolled is basically an Instagram clone, but by Palestinian founders. Yeah, then we have the classic big ones. I also really want to highlight Telegram group chats or channels. Chats, I think, are great to also vet memes together and be like, can we post this? Is the messaging clear? Are we shooting ourselves in our own foot? Yeah, does the meme template and the message fit? Also a big one. And channels are great. Like you can really grow channels. Then it's more of a one-way communication. But I know people who have like Telegram channels for like 300 people or so, and there you don't really have the issue of an algorithm. You just have to, like, word of mouth or something, grow your channel where people come and continue to engage with your memes on the Telegram channel because they like what you share or what your collective shares. Then also I think interesting is going physical. Stickers, paper, beamer. I know some groups that also use beamers to beam memes on buildings at night, which I think is also a cool and fun way to engage people in a shopping street, for example, because also they will want to look at the meme. Yeah, with using memes to put them out there, very important. Repetition. Because just this is really how they make their power. Our brains, human brains, are legit wired towards deeming important what we see often. So you really want to, if you use memes for campaigning or so on, you want to get your messaging points across and across. Memes, you can make them fast. People are likely to look at them. The algorithm is more likely to pick them up. So you can push them out, and you need to push them out often. And then include a call to action. Either in a meme, or if you do a meme dump, have a slide that really makes clear what is your call to action. We use this for promoting actions, which work wonders. We posted for 3 months every week a meme dump, and we always had our call to action. When and where are we going to meet for the action or the protest? So yeah, repetition. You want to make the message inherently recognizable too. Like, you want to be recognizable. You want to be the story with what is it what you're piggybacking onto other people's stories, onto other people's messages or visuals? What is already the meme? You want to become basically the meme, and you can do this by being funny and doing it often. One last slide on information. Danger of memes. Rama in the beginning also said it very, very well. They tap into emotions, they can manipulate, they can twist narratives, because they simplify. This is the power and the danger, the simplification. And so I believe that it's very important to be aware of this. Also, when you are making memes, you can get really swept up in this power you're holding, and to hold yourself accountable, to still tell the truth, to still stay true to yourself and your values. And also use your own meme making process. I hope already now it helps you understand how fast and easy it is to make a meme. And when you share it, to see other people resonate with it. With this very simple message. Memes are a tool that simplifies. Very important to be aware of this. And then also, a bit more relevant as in like the meme making and putting it out there yourself. People can have different readings of a meme template. Of course, often visuals of the faces, they can be quite clear. But sometimes if you use like a screenshot from a movie and you're like, everyone knows this movie. No, not everyone knows this movie, and people will have a different understanding what this meme is about. And that's always a risk that can sometimes come back to bite you, and sometimes it doesn't matter. So I really recommend this website, knowyourmeme.com. It's a great resource to find information on how memes are being used, also, or how they shift their meaning over time, which also happens. So yeah, we have 12 minutes left. We're perfectly in time. I want to invite you now to meme on, and we're gonna continue with a Q&A session. So please continue making meming, continue sharing your memes and asking me questions or each other questions. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tina. By the way, we have more memes published on the board.
Yeah. That's so cool.
We do have some questions, but wait, I'm not sure which one was the last one that you answered, but Carol
Yeah, I
asked.
think it was at AX with the contradictions. So I'm just going to take it from the top. Please continue sharing. And also at one point, I'm going to look up for the resources I promised, which, if I remember, was my own talk I gave and something I already forgot. God damn it. My own talk. Yeah, thanks, Lujay. Sorry, my pronunciation. That's really well said, really beautiful. I want to leave an emoji too. Carol, if you mean share meme online, do you include a link to where you got it from, to link to the meme, or to links to somewhere like as the call of action? I would argue most of the time, yeah, no links. Saving the meme as a picture, and if you have a call to action, always best to think about ways to keep it platform friendly, like the kind of notion of place and or what to do. Because if people really want to do it, they will put the effort often in to do it, like find it out themselves or go to your link tree and so on. First, you really have to have a simple call of actions that can take up places in their minds, like a meme. That's simple enough so that they kind of return to it and be like, yeah, wait, I should actually do this. Meme archive worldwide, Know Your Meme, RIMG Flip, both are very up on this list. And Cure, oh yeah, such an interesting one. I feel like there's different like global cultural heritage platforms in a way that do this. Memetics researchers in some way or another do this. But I feel like especially on the political meme front is something we're still missing. Like that's just a sad truth. Memes come and go. Yeah. I can't really fully help you on this, but I would check out Know Your Memes. Know Your Meme more. Know Your Meme, thanks for sharing the link. How can we use meme in the news? What kind of news? Like to get people to click on news links? That's what the far right, for example, does very well. They make memes and then link, okay, there we have it again, link to news reports. I think that's also something we can really learn from and do more, which is then a call to action. I mean, you could even, sometimes I sit down and meme reports or meme, even news reports. You can even meme books. So I think that's also an interesting approach to meme something where you want to have people engage with knowledge, with an information part, which is, and again, it's almost a form of live memeing. You're sitting down and you're doing it live in that moment, one step after the other. So also something to think about. Oh, Sivas, there's never too many memes. No, never stop. Thank you for your service. Yeah, actual news reporting. I feel like maybe sometimes, I mean, there is, for example, on Instagram, there is the SpongeBob fish that reports as the SpongeBob fish. It has the voice and everything. I feel like that's in a way is a bit, it's SpongeBob, it's a meme, and it uses this recognizable aspect to talk as a SpongeBob news reporter fish about really all kinds of news, world news. So I think this is also something maybe to piggyback or continue twisting. I feel like sometimes also traditional news reporting uses memes as examples, but that I feel like has to be really like on the internet culture, this and this happened, so we actually have to use these memes to report about it. I think memes are still, thank God, a subculture in that sense. Like, yeah. Cool. More memes, more questions. I'm now gonna also look at the made memes. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Maybe we can share the screen and look at the memes together.
Yeah. Oh wow, but also now there's so many. If you want to, could you share your screen and I'll read a text message and that came in the chat?
Okay, let me try.
Yeah, I could imagine Alex with the memes mostly Western, that maybe also taking into account that I don't speak, that I speak English. Maybe they wanted to make it accessible, but I feel like, yeah, please always, make also now memes and share them in your own language. And in general, of course, you want to resonate with your audience, with your target audience, which of course is also the question. Who do you want to bring into this if you use memes strategically? I love the No Kings thing. I think the best way would already to meme in the protest, not just after the protest, and to best case get hooked up, because as far as depending on the protest, often photographers already have during the protest a signal group to chat with each other and share photos already, because classical social media will want to already put this up during the protest itself, the first pictures. So if one can get hooked into this and then get permission to use some of those, because sometimes indeed they use pictures that are funny or nice, that you then can meme yourself by uploading it on IMG Flip and adding stuff. I think that's very powerful. And walking around yourself, photographing stuff, being mindful of faces, but photographing stuff. I think that's the best. Really being in it and not just doing it afterwards. But if you want to, yeah, of course, also still go through stuff or chat with people who've been there. What was memorable to you? What was a nice thing that you noticed? Often when I live meme protest, I followed the crowds. I followed the moments where people flocked towards something or laughed about something, like eyes and ears open. Thanks for sharing, Rama. I personally really loved the France, we will recognize Palestine, all of Palestine, right? For me, that's a very classic meme in the sense of, the template, but also really the structure. It kind of opens up the conversation, but it leaves it hanging. It's an invitation for people to be like, wait. Like for me, for example, I didn't know France didn't recognize all of Palestine. I learned something there, which I think is a great opportunity. And it connects me to the fact that I knew France did all this. But it continues the story to be like, no, girly girl, not. There was more after you stopped paying attention or the algorithm showed you something.
There's more questions.
Carol, yes. I would try to organize a group of people to, in a Signal chat, for example, to look on the memes beforehand, because you're in the protest, there's a lot going on. Not all your memes are going to be fire. Some of them are very confusing for people, and some of them might just miss the mark. So it's important to find people to give you feedback before you post. But then, yeah, take the time to put them in your story, and then at the end of the day, make a summary post. I personally, it was crazy. People love putting that in Instagram in their own stories, and then people who looked at their friends' stories were like I said, with this, oh no, I have FOMO, oh no. It was like crack. It was legit like crack. That was the most powerful thing I ever saw. Because I legit had people come up to me and be like, your memes and from the other people in the collective are the only reason I'm in this movement right now anyway, because we grew from like 1,000 people to like 30,000. And that's really difficult to hold as a movement if there's suddenly so many different people. So I'm going to also share the talk now where I talk extensively about using the power of the memes in the climate movement with the live memeing. It's a half-an-hour video. And you can check it out here. And now I'm also going to share something which I was really excited about. Let me share my screen again, because we're nearing the end. Which one was it?
Should I stop sharing?
No, it's fine. So here, very important. Oh, I'm also gonna share. Wait, 1 second. I made a Telegram chat for people who are interested to continue the conversation and meme together and have a sounding board for some of the memes. I was also thinking of doing another meming together session in 2 or 3 weeks. This is just like a little piggyback to keep us meming together or separate or something. Yeah, and also a way if you want to, if you need to, you can, because you can contact me and ask me questions and continue the conversation this way. So if you want to, please feel free to join that. And also, I wanted to thank you all for your participation, for your many interesting questions, for your memes. I'm also gonna download all those memes and share them in the group chat again, in this Telegram chat. And I want to leave you with a few last words, which is trust your process. Everyone memes differently. Sometimes you first have the idea and then you spend 10 minutes searching for the template. Sometimes you look at a template and you spend between 5 seconds and half an hour thinking up something. It's always different, and it's always different depending on the people. It's your process. Then I really do recommend to share your memes in a trusted group with friends to get feedback before posting them, just also to ensure they're clear and understandable. And yeah, that you can reach out to me if you want to talk also more about live memeing and how you can do it, or how you can with like this thingy here. I hope if you are interested, you screenshotted it, about memes, and yeah, all these things. There's also my email. Yeah, thanks everyone. It was a real joy to be here with you.
Thank you so much, Nina. This was wonderful, really. I enjoyed looking at the resulting memes, honestly.
Yeah, same. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Still gonna be here a bit longer if you want to. Can also ask me questions here. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everyone. And thank you, Rama. Rama.
Thank you, حبيبتي Nina. We really appreciate you. I think I'm gonna start creating memes too. It sounds like a really nice way to cope with things and just like deal with whatever is bottled up inside.
Honestly. And the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Yeah. I usually consume memes. I've never created memes, but I think I'm gonna start doing that.
Nice.
Maybe
And I
we'll
hope
share
other
some
people.
with you on the Telegram channel.
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Thank you, everyone, for joining and listening.